Guys, deluded Guna, a lot of talk has been made of bringing in a director of football. I know you guys are for it. I'm all for it, but it's not all plain sailing. Let's get into it. Firstly, unique to our case, we need one secure for purely for the following reasons: secure contracts, whether it's Alexis and Ozil or our young players. Deciding whether these same players I just mentioned need to be moved on if they have no intention, so we can maximize full profit. Moving on the deadwood, whether it's Jenkins and Debussy. Improving our forward thinkingness. We've needed a striker from 2012, 2013. If you want to be if you want to be real technical about everything, yeah, a director of football could dedicate himself to finding one or finding suitable targets, and we then move from there. Which I do think we do secure targets, but it's clearly something's going wrong. So yeah, director of football can change that. Unique to our case, again, I have to reiterate the point. Moving on players, securing contracts, and mainly logistics, improving our scouting network. Just looking to return to being one of the best, if you understand what I mean. But there's a lot of reasons and a lot of reasons for a director of football failing. Firstly, all you need to do is look at Chelsea. No offense to Chelsea, but it's the best example that Uelumo or whatever. I don't know who's in charge. There's Uelumo, there's the lady. Either way, there's been numerous signings that haven't been wanted by the manager. The centre back they sold to Sunderland. I'm pretty sure the Reading centre back they bought, who has not played for them in the first six team side. Correct me if I'm wrong. Things like that. Obviously, if you go and sign players that a manager has no intention of using, doesn't want, or whatever, it's bad for numerous reasons. Firstly, it's wasting wages and it's wasting transfers, wasting resources. Secondly, he's not going to play like fourth or whatever I just said. It is going to have a negative effect on the player because imagine not being wanted, imagine training and etc., knowing you're not going to play. It's just bad for everyone, and we haven't got the resources certain clubs have, so we can't really afford to be doing that. We've already got enough dead weight on our books, and not a lot of people wasting wages. We can't afford to go down that route. It's not just Chelsea. There's numerous examples of that happening in Europe and in England. Like we need to get it right. The director of football doesn't solve everything, and simply bringing one in is not the be all and end all. You look at Liverpool; they've had problems with their committee stuff in the past. You look at when they had Damien Comoli, he signed Andy Carroll, down in Cortez. None of them were successes. He also failed at Spurs with the likes of Hutton, and who else was it? Bentley. Sir Clive Woodward went to Southampton, the rugby legend. No surprise they got relegated. They have Les Reed, and he's having great results for them. Joe Kinnear, legend, but when it comes to director of football, had a mayor referred to Charles Nzogbia as Charles Insomnia. Frank Arneson, Spurs and Chelsea, all you got to do is just see how he ruined the clubs and failed with his transfer policy. Yeah, Baldini almost spunked the bail money. Thankfully, Pochettino, well, not thankfully, but Pochettino managed to rectify that. Guys like Kerekes. So there's a lot of examples of it going wrong. Wenger, I know you love the club. You clearly love the club, but you do enjoy the comfortable nature of the job. If you brought in a sporting director to lift the responsibilities, you are going to leave one day. You're getting old. You will have to depart. If you leave, if you love this club, make the transition easier because you are going to have to leave this club. So delegate, but you don't want to because you know how much the club needs. You know how much like you've enjoyed this position. You've ingrained yourself into Arsenal so much so that it's hard to differentiate the two for some people. So you do enjoy that. I do think to a degree, and it's clearly a fact. You bring that in. You what's the word I'm looking for? You improve that department. The board can now press you on the sporting front, and that is something you probably wouldn't like. In fact, they probably won't because they don't even know sports themselves. We have no sporting men. We know that, but you get where I'm going with that. In regards to United, similar to us, rich resources. Of course, we ain't got United resources, but rich resources. And Fergie leaving. Of course, he's not director of football, but their eyes gone off the ball. Do you think Fergie would have thought twice about signing Kroos for under 20 million? No, he wouldn't. He's not there. You've seen them miss out on numerous targets. Even Gundogan, when the fee was agreed, I believe, and we even saw the yellow bar on Sky Sports. So it is. There's a lot of reasons to it. Bournemouth have a great little committee. How Eddie Howe gets the final say. That's how it should be. Like yeah, there is a lot of things that can go wrong with a director of football. It's not the be all and end all, but it can be an improvement on what we have, and it can be a success, and it is a risk we really should take. But these are some things that give me cause for concerns, and I hope it gives you guys cause for concerns too. But Deluded Guna, I'm signing out. Comment, subscribe, follow. Yeah.